if you come in the GPLLM, pray to God that you were in the cohort that we were
that we were in, and I'm not. I've named a couple of nice professors on here, so just hope that you get them.
To be quite frank, someone told me one time that I was really good at arguing and I should try and pursue it as a career.
Why do people always, everyone that argues is like, just become a lawyer?
Hey, I had a lawyer tell me it would be a waste of your talents to argue,
just argue
if you
without
don't
a
become,
license.
Yeah, literally.
That's good. Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your favorite girl here, Ella, a GPLLM candidate at the University of Toronto. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Over here I discuss all things law and I talk about my journey trying to become a licensed lawyer out here in Ontario, Canada. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for riding with me through this journey. Remember to like, share, subscribe, turn on your notification bell so you get notified whenever I post my videos. And if you have questions, you can leave them down in the comment section while watching now or at the end of the video. Today we are joined by Sam. Yay! Everyone say hi Sam in the comments. Sam's my friend and colleague at here in the GPLLM program, and he has graciously granted us his time out of his busy schedule to have this interview with us today to share his experiences on his own journey as well to becoming a lawyer out here in the province of Ontario. And blah, blah,
thank
blah.
you. I'm happy. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here. No busy schedule.
No busy. What do you mean? There's a busy schedule.
No. Never for you. I'm always here. I'm always here.
Thank you so much, Sam. All right. Let's start with who is Sam?
Yes.
Yeah, who are you?
Who am I? Who am I? I am.
You're a man.
It's fine. That's fine. I don't mind. I am a UofT student. Mm-hmm. Before that, I went to England to do the LLB at the University of Leeds, and before that, I was a BA student at the University of Western. Mm. So I'm Toronto born and raised my whole life, and yeah, that's me.
That's great. That's great. But beyond school,
yes.
Who is Sam?
Who is Sam? Sam is a creative thinker. Hardworking. I'm like giving myself a resume. That's like an ITL.
That's good. That's good. But, it's a bad way of like tell me about yourself. You know, it's a question.
I don't mind. Yeah, I mean, sheltered kid. Lots of very friendly. I'd say. I'm gonna toot my own horn here.
Yeah.
Big up my ego. Friendly. Very kind to people. Mm-hmm. Happy-go-loving. I spread positivity.
That's great. Thank you so much, Sam, for letting us know who you are. I mean, I know who you are. So
but
like, for anyone else who's watching that might not know, that's usually my first question. And sometimes I get like silence, like, ooh. I'm like, yeah, who are you? But it's fine. And you've taken us through your summary of your education history from Western to Leeds and now in the GPLM program. Did you have any legal experience before going into law school? Like, what was your thought process from Western? Why did you decide to go to the UK for law school and not here in Canada? Just that journey.
So before I majored at Western in governance, leadership, and ethics.
Okay.
So a little bit of legal, but not really, more like politics. Mm-hmm. So I didn't really have a true legal experience before I really made the leap to the UK to go pursue my LLB. Mm-hmm. But I think that journey really began when I was at Western and sort of doing the program and sort of thinking, okay, like, do I really want to work in government or in governance for the rest of my life? And how can I sort of affect change in a positive way that isn't behind some red tape bureaucracy of like sitting in an office and rubber stamping something for the rest of my life. Mm-hmm. So that sort of led me on my journey. And then, to be quite frank, someone told me one time that I was really good at arguing and I should try and pursue it as a career.
Why do people always, everyone that argues is like, just become a lawyer?
Hey, I had a lawyer tell me it would be a waste of your talents to argue,
just argue
if you
without
don't
a license.
Yeah, literally.
That's good. That's good. That's such a nice journey and a nice awakening, I would say, because there's so much you can do with the first degree that you had at Western that might have not been politics. So that makes a lot of sense. And so, why did you decide to go to the UK as opposed to pursuing a law school here in Canada?
Yeah, that's a really great question. I think part of it was I didn't want to be in the same mold as everyone else. I had been from kindergarten all the way to university in my undergrad with the same people. I knew the same people all the way through, and I thought we were all going on the same journey, and I thought, what makes me different to you? We were taught the same things. We think the same way. Like, we're just printing carbon copies at this point. I need to do something different. I need to get outside the box. And so I applied to Ontario and Canada law schools. And before I heard back, I heard about England.
Yeah. Which was quicker.
Mistake of my life.
Which was quicker.
Mistake of my life. And I heard about England, and I applied, and I heard back in a week.
Yeah. They want that international tuition.
They want the international tuition. And I thought to myself, if this is not a sign, I'm waiting on the Ontario places. I know I'm not going to hear for 3 months. I know I have this opportunity now. I'll take the leap. So I rescinded all of my Ontario applications and said yes to England, sight on the scene.
You said yes to the, what, was it Queen or King at that time? Anyways, yes to England.
Yes to the Queen. Yeah,
was,
the Queen.
Was she dead at that time?
No, she was alive. She was alive.
She was?
I think so.
I don't know. Well, yes to the majesties of England, which is fine. That's good. That's good. And you chose to go to Leeds.
Yes.
Was Leeds the only school you applied to, or you just like?
I applied to Leeds and I applied to Sussex.
Okay. And then why did you decide to go to Leeds then?
So I went before I accepted. I went to England to go visit both campuses.
Oh, you're one of those people who did.
I did.
Because people do that with Birmingham too.
I made a vacation out of it. I made a vacation out of it. I made a vacation out of it. So I went with my dad to England to go see the campuses.
Yeah.
And this is absolutely a true story. I was at the campus for Leeds, walked the entire campus, and then I broke something in my foot. Just walking.
And that was your sign to see
No.
Leeds? Okay.
And then I couldn't go see Sussex because I couldn't walk. So we booked a flight home, and then I was like, well, I only saw one campus.
Can you imagine? You can't make this up.
No.
What the
True
heck?
story. I said, I only saw one campus, so.
Might as well go there.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay. Now you chose Leeds. You've landed in Leeds. You know, I'm guessing like it's your like first time away, going to another country and like being you're like being in another space away from the people that you grew up with, which is something that you wanted. And how was that experience like for you as like an international student? Did you feel supported at Leeds, whether it be the university or in the UK?
I would say it was actually easier for me to wrap my head around in the sense of I can pick up and move easily. Like the first 2-3 days, terrible transition, regardless of where I go. But the second I sort of make up my mind, I can go. So when I thought about it, the first day, my dad came with me, and the first day I had it really tough. And I was like, this is going to be awful. Yeah. And then I slept on it, and I was like, okay, I'm good to go. And I can just make my way. And so that wasn't too bad. But being an international student was interesting. It's very, I do not discount anyone who becomes an international student. You are living a tough life, but it's worth it in the end, I would say, because I found a great group of friends. I had really, I can't credit them enough. I had really good people around me in England who really helped me, and so that was very, very big.
That's nice, and thank you for shouting out to international students, because I was an international student twice in 2 different countries, and I know like I compare them a lot, and I know the differences. But then again, like Birmingham is different from Leeds, and which is different from Canada having international students, which is fair enough. And so, what would you say were some advantages then of you studying law in the UK, if any, and specifically to Leeds now? So, for example, I want to know about maybe the grading system, the teaching style, just in case for anyone watching who might be thinking of universities to apply to.
Sure. So, I mean, part of the reason I even went down the road of England is because it's the same common law system as Canada. Yeah. So that was really like, if it wasn't going to be the same, like I wouldn't have even thought about it if I couldn't use some of that practical knowledge that I was going to learn back in the home jurisdiction that I want to practice in.
Exactly.
So that was a really big point for me. And so in terms of the grading system and the schooling system and everything like that, in England, for those who don't know, you can pursue a law degree straight out of what is their high school.
Exactly.
So you do not need to complete an undergraduate degree, and so you can go straight from what is their secondary school or their college, and then you go straight into pursuing
high school straight.
LLB.
Yeah. Which is the most reasonable thing to do, because that's what every other country does, except the countries in North America.
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Yes.
Just point that out.
No, it's fine.
It annoys me.
I get the same rant. But point being, so when I was there, you're with people who have never had a university experience before and have never been academically to the same level as me and as someone who completed a 4-year degree. So the part of the education that I found very interesting was the entire marking scheme. So at least at Leeds, you are not marked on correctness. So there's a rubric of sort of, these are the things we mark for.
Yeah, okay.
You can have, in descending order, there's a first, there's a 1-2, then there's a 2-1, 2-2, 3, and then I think it's 4. I think.
Okay.
It's the same marking system in all of England.
Yeah.
I think that's...
But I've never heard of a 1-2 before. It's just a lower first.
Oh yeah, lower first. Yeah.
Okay.
A lower first.
Okay.
Not really a thing in terms of practicality, but on paper there's a lower first, and then there's a first. But so that was really shocking to me because basically a good mark is a 65, and a good mark is a 70.
Yeah.
And for me,
a great mark is a 70.
A great mark is
like
a 70.
Great mark, yeah.
And an 80 is unheard of.
You don't like what?
You get a couple 80s in a class, maybe like 2 or 3 students out of the entire class will get 80s. And so for me, that was a really challenging sort of jump, is when I got my first marks back and I looked and it was like 67, 71, 65, 62. And I was like, oh,
this is messed up, man. Like,
I'm doing so poorly. I made such a big mistake.
Yeah, this is a C, this is a B, because that's the Canadian marking
that's
system.
The mentality I had of like, I just came from a school where if I got these marks, I'm doing terribly.
Yeah.
And then I talked to someone, they were like, no, that's really good. And I was like, what are you talking about? And they're like, no, a fail is a 40. And so you just have to shift the entire scale down. And I was like, oh, okay. So I'm not doing awfully. And they're like, no. And I was like, okay, that's great. Thank you for telling me. Thank you, after I just had a heart attack. And I was like, oh, I moved across the entire world and I'm failing.
Yeah, to get C's and B's.
Yeah. So thank you for that. Where were you 20 minutes ago? Where were you?
Yeah. No, that's fair. That happened to me in Birmingham too. And for my own self, I was away from university for a while before getting back in. So getting in and like not picking up as fast. I'll call myself the analog at that time because I wasn't even taking notes with computers. I came like handwriting everything, going in. And my grades came back. I'm like, first of all, who is this? What? Who is this for? This is not me. But it's good to hear that the same experience you had at Leeds. And so did you guys have formatives and summatives? Was it 100% for your course, for each class?
Yeah, so we would have a final exam at the end of every class.
And it was like 48 hours, 24 hours.
It was 48 hours,
you guys
I think.
Are lucky.
I think it was 48 hours.
Lucky people.
But it was 48 hours, so the assignment would open. You'd have 48 hours to complete the assignment. But they would say, it should only take 3 hours. And so that was sort of their little loophole. Like, it's supposed to take 3 hours.
Yeah.
I did not sleep for 48 hours.
Yeah.
I would stay up and write the entire exams. I wrote all my exams like that. I would just, the assignment would come out. I would work till I was at a good point. I would sleep for like an hour and then I'd keep writing.
Yeah.
And they were 100% exams.
Yeah.
So your entire mark rides on one exam.
One exam, yeah. It was the same as Birmingham, but in my year, they changed it from the 48 hours to the 3-hour exam. So you get the question at 12 and the exam is due 1, 2, 3. Is due at 3 or 4 p.m. 3 hours later. So that was like, we're the guinea pigs for that. That was stressful. But anyways, it's done and dusted and that's fine. So we're talking about the good parts of your journey.
Yes, the fun parts. the fun parts, yes.
And then before going into maybe some loopholes or disadvantages that you might have experienced as an international student, let's talk about the advantages of, being in the UK for school. Like, I know it's very, very cheap to travel.
Very cheap.
There, so did you take advantage of those opportunities?
I did. I in my first year, I didn't take as much opportunity. And I did the England tour. Yeah. And then in my second year, I did the international Europe tour. There were weekends where I would go to class and then I would just get on a flight the next day and I'd be gone.
That's good. I like that. And so looking at the flip sides, like, were there any difficulties or challenges that you experienced, whether it be Leeds or like being an international student, whether it be the school or the country in itself? Any difficulties?
Yeah, I mean, for your audience, I don't know how many of you might be international students watching this. One of the first things you need to do when you get anywhere is open a bank account.
Oh, don't worry, there's a video of me crying here trying to open an account in Birmingham.
Okay. So your audience will know well that is one of the most frustrating things ever.
I don't have money. Take my money, please.
Ever.
I take my money in the bank.
One of the most. I went to 3 different banks with my father.
Oh, your dad wasn't even there.
Me and my dad were both. Our heads were spinning.
Oh.
My head was hot. My head was hot. And finally, I went to a bank. I walked in. I walked into 2 banks, and they go,
"You have to apply for.
Do you have an appointment? Yeah. Do you have an appointment? No, I just want to open an account. Oh, you have to fill out our online survey, and you'll come back in 2 weeks. And do you have a letter from the school saying this is where I live? Well, no.
An address or a phone number.
Yeah. Or do you have bills? Well, no, I just moved here. Oh, we can't help you. Okay, come back in 2 months after you make an appointment online. Oh, and then then I'll open an account. No. Then we have to vet you, and then you'll open an account.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So I walked to a 3rd bank, which is, I still have the account now. I'm never closing it.
You never?
I'm never
I closed mine and I feel bad. I mean, you went through so much.
Because I went through such a struggle. I think there's like £5 in my account. I don't care. I'm never closing the account.
Maybe that's what I should have done.
I'm never closing the account. Just because of how stressful it was. Like when I die, and my next generation's like, oh my God, he had an international bank account.
That's some money in there.
It'll be £5. I don't care.
No, there'll be interest. There'll be interest.
It's a non-interest account. It's a non-interest account. My kids are gonna think, oh my God, we discovered this gold mine in England. He has an open account. Yeah, no, it's £5. I'm sorry to tell you now.
Oh my, that's funny.
But,
see, someone that's worse than me. I was like, I'm done with this country. I'm out.
No, I'm never closing the account. I will never close the account. Okay. I worked too hard to get it. I will never close it.
Okay, sorry. I can feel the passion.
Yeah.
No, open a bank account was terrible.
Yeah, so that is one of the struggles of all struggles. And then in terms of other stuff, I mean, like quality of life in England is really, really, I found it very fun. I really enjoyed my time in England. I made some really great friends and some really amazing connections and some people, even though I was much older than a lot of the UK students, because I, at the time, was 23, 24, 25, and they were 18, 17, 19, 20. Yeah. So even though there was a very big age gap, and I lived in the dorms for my first year.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Okay. Why?
Why not? What was I supposed to do?
Did you just want? I lived in dorms throughout, like my undergrad here in Canada, and I was like, I'm not going to UK to do that again.
Well, I lived for my Canadian education. I only did first year in a dorm.
Oh, okay. No, I was dorm all through, and I was like, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm a big girl. I'm going to commute to school.
So, so when the University of Leeds offered residence for international students.
Oh.
I said, sure. Okay. Why not? I don't have to find a place. I don't have to do this whole game. I can go. So I was in a flat with 7 other people. It was me and 7 other students, and 4 were international and 4 were domestic students.
Okay.
So it was a good mix, and it was a really fun time. Some interesting stories, but it was a very, very fun time.
That's good. It looks like you had a swirl time, because I was asking about the disadvantages and you're talking about having fun.
Yeah, but back to the disadvantages. No, so one of the disadvantages was definitely
apart from the banks.
One of the disadvantages with sort of that residence and living that sort of way is you have to acclimate very quickly to the culture.
Oh.
In the sense of England has a very, thankfully coming from Canada, it's not too far off, but like there are very big cultural nuances that are very different.
What do you mean? I know that they drink more than us in the UK.
That's the one cultural nuance.
That's one. But like, what exactly do you mean in terms of Leeds?
So Leeds is in the north of England.
Yes.
So it's a very polite place.
Okay.
Lots of friendly people, always happy to help you out. And at the same time, coming from Toronto, don't get me wrong, Canadians were very nice, but we're also a little standoffish.
Yeah, Toronto has that.
Toronto is a little,
we're a bit stiff here.
We're a bit guarded, jaded. Yeah. So like for me, it was like, oh, okay, I'm not in a big city anymore. I've lived in a big city my whole life. I went to school in Western at London, Ontario, which isn't a big city in itself, but the university is massive. And now I was at a school where it's like, there's not a massive crowd. And I am back with 18-year-olds who I don't really know their culture yet, and they're experiencing university for the first time. And they want to go out every single night, and they want to have fun. And I can't blame them because I did the same thing when I was 18 and 19 and 20. Yeah. So I can't blame them.
I see.
But I was like, oh, I'm a little older than you now. I can see where this is heading. Yeah.
I see what you mean. No, I see. I got that in Birmingham too, to an extent of, like, just even, I don't want to say the way they speak to, but you know how we'll say, how are you here?
Yeah.
And, the response is fine. And go to Birmingham and they're like, oh, you okay? You okay? I'm like, what the heck is you okay? Like, what does that, are you okay? And to me, I'm Nigerian as well. If you're asking me, like, if I'm okay, it can mean many things. It can almost mean an insult or you being correct. So I'm like, why are you asking me if I'm okay? Like, oh, of course I'm okay. Yeah. But in terms of like culture and whatnot, I can see some of the things that you're saying. Okay, that's fun. Yes. And what would you say, like before going to Leeds, I guess you had two options, which is, I was going to ask if you had any expectations and if your expectations were met. But I don't know if that's like a reasonable question, because it seems like, you fulfilled.
The only real expectation I had is that I was going to England, which I knew academically was very strong.
Yes.
Very strong. So the expectation I had was to get a good education.
Okay.
And I would say, from what I expected, I would say my expectations were fulfilled. But at the same time, at Western in high school, I was taking full year courses that were like, I took like 5 courses a semester.
Yeah.
Coming out of Canada.
Yeah.
And now you're telling me I have like 1 class a week and all the readings like front loaded.
1 class a week?
Yeah, like we would have classes on 1 day a week. So I would have like 3 hours worth of classes for a week. And then I would just do all the work. And it's like, okay.
What happens to the rest of the days?
Yeah.
Birmingham, can you hear?
Yeah.
Did they make your own schedules for you guys, or you guys created your own schedules?
We, as an international student, we really didn't have much choice.
Yeah, okay.
At all.
Okay.
Because we had to fulfill a lot of
the whole requirements as well. Okay, that's interesting to hear. Birmingham created our schedules for us, and like every week was different. So what you're doing this week is different from what you're doing next week.
So we were basically, in our first year, we were with all the first year students. And so we took basically all the classes they took, plus some other ones. And then in second year, we had a little bit more of a choice. I think you could choose
some electives.
2 classes.
For me, it was two classes.
Don't quote me on this, but I think it was 2 classes.
That's fair.
Second semester.
That's fair. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're going to Leeds. Go find out yourself. But that's your problem.
Look it up.
Look it up. Okay, that's good to know. All right, let's finish. You're done with Leeds. Now you're coming back to Canada. You knew you were coming back anyways.
Yes.
And you have to meet the almighty NCAs. Why did you decide to go through the GPLLM program to meet those requirements, as opposed to studying by yourself for the NCA exams and taking them like one at a time?
Yeah. So to fulfill my corporate overlords, the NCA, I thought to myself, I've been going to university for the last, since I can remember at this point. I have not stopped education except for 1 year when I took a break. So I'm used to education. So it's what I know, it's what I'm good at. So instead of me trying to regulate myself and study by myself and sort of keep myself on a straight path, I can go to a structured place where they're going to give me a good education. They're going to tell me everything I need to know. And at the end of the day, I get a UofT diploma.
Not the diploma, a master's.
Well, yeah, it's the same thing.
No, a diploma is lower. Hey, please, the diploma is lower than the freaking bachelor.
I'm talking about the piece of paper.
Okay,
I'm talking about the piece of paper.
You're not paying almost $40,000 to get a diploma.
I'm talking about the piece of paper.
Okay.
The one that says UofT.
UofT. Okay.
So I thought to myself, I'm going to a prestigious school. UofT is a very prestigious school.
Yeah.
And so that alone is worth it.
Yeah.
Because it's easier to explain to someone, hey, I went to the University of Toronto. I have my Master's of Law, compared to, I went to the school that you never heard of in England, and I'm going to try to explain to you what that means.
Yeah, that's...
And you're going to see my marks, and it's going to say, a first with distinction. And you're going to say, what does that mean? And I'm going to say, it's like you have to multiply the number, and then you have to minus by plus minus 13, and then there are certain categories. or I could just hand you my UofT transcript and you know exactly what that means.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I shared the same sentiments to an extent with you. And like, for example, when applying for articling positions, most especially, you obviously have to send in your transcript. And something that, I mean, the career counseling team here has taught us, to give us a guide on how to translate your grades from the UK to a Canadian style.
Yes.
Like, for example, I use the McGill translation style.
I did the same one.
Yeah, just so employers don't have to overthink. Because if they're looking at many applications and they're seeing your grades and this person's grades, they're not going to go start thinking in their head, oh, first, what does this mean? No, your application is getting moved to a different pile, and you're not going to get called back. So you have to do a lot of heavy lifting. But having that UofT transcript to an extent, I like to think that it helps push you further. It better help. We'll pay too much money for this. Anyways, and what has your GPLLM journey been like? I've heard from you now what your expectations were. We are at the end. Literally, you have finished the program at this point.
Yeah, I'm done.
This is my last day of classes.
I'm here solely for this interview. I do not need to be in this building for another 2 weeks till I have to write my exam. So I'm really just here.
You're done.
And for you.
You're done. And I'm so happy for you. That's great.
Yeah.
But like now at the end,
yes.
Do you think that it was worth it, your experience, and did you make the most of this 9-month journey? Because it's not really up to a year.
No, it's not. Yeah. It's not really. But I'll give a caveat here.
Yeah.
I think the UofT and the GPLLM fulfilled my NCA requirements perfectly.
Yeah.
And that is what I paid them for.
You didn't pay to learn about Canadian law and stuff?
No.
What?
No.
Okay.
I learned the common law in England, and I learned some of the law here, and I appreciate UofT for it, and I think we had amazing teachers and amazing professors, and I learned a lot from them. But I think at the end of the day, $35,000 for this program it's not bang for buck. If you are thinking that they set a reasonable price tag,
no, obviously
you would be lying to yourself.
No, I agree. It's too high a price. Like, it's way too expensive. But we're playing for the name. That's what I try to console myself with. I'm like, we're playing for the name and future affiliations.
Exactly. So if I think that $35,000 towards a future investment and getting a master's from UofT will set me on a better path, in that sense it is worth it. But if you are paying and you think you are going to get a UofT education and they're going to treat you like a JD student,
oh no, they don't treat you like
you've
that.
come to the wrong place, my friends.
Yeah, no, they don't treat you like a JD student at all.
But UofT, I still love you.
I mean,
you're
wearing the color of the university.
I'm wearing the color of the university. I think if you can do it, and I'm not saying everyone should, if you have the means to do it or the gall to do it, I think that the GPLLM is a really great option for filling your NCA requirements, especially if you're someone who might not be the best at self-study and might not be the best at regulating yourself to do all of the challenge exams by yourself, because they are hard.
Yeah.
They are hard. Yeah. And for me, I could not be someone who would take a year and write 8 exams.
Teach yourself and all of that, yeah.
So if you have the opportunity to do it and you think, I will learn better in a classroom with fellow students
from different minds and whatnot,
exactly, and learn from truly amazing professors, in that sense that it's worth it.
All right, that's good. Thank you so much for your honesty on that part, Sam. And I was going to ask, in comparison to Leeds, if you think that we're learning more about the practical area of law.
No. No.
Okay, good.
If I ask people now, and I don't mean this to be negative at all, but there are things that you learn theoretically, and then there are things you learn practically.
Yes.
We have very little, and this is combined over my entire education. We don't learn the practical day-to-days of the job.
No, which is true.
No.
True.
No. Okay. You learn the theoretical and you learn the academic, which are very, very important. If you don't have those things, you can't practice law at all.
Yeah.
But I didn't really have a class on how to write a factum.
We did? What do you mean?
We had a week.
That was a class. We had 4 days.
If I asked you now.
We had 4 days.
If I asked you now.
Yes.
To write me a factum.
I can do it.
That would be to the same level that you would hand to your supervising lawyer. And they would be perfectly fine with it, and you wouldn't have to look at it twice. You're confident.
I'm confident that I can do it.
Okay.
You're not confident?
No, I'm confident. I don't think anyone else is.
Why do you think so?
Because we had 4 days.
You don't think 4 days is enough to learn that? I mean, like, to give you the introduction, and then the more you do it, then the better you become.
I had people ask me if spelling and grammar would matter.
Why wouldn't spelling and grammar matter?
Exactly.
In anything
That's
in life?
my point.
Like, you don't need the factum class to teach you that.
That's my point.
Well, I hope they found out that spelling and grammar doesn't matter. It's too late now. The course was in September.
Yeah, the course was so, oh my God.
It was so a while ago. And we had the better part of the cohort. So let's not complain.
We had.
The other side.
I am sorry for everyone. If you come in the GPLLM, pray to God that you were in the cohort that we were in.
And I'm not... I've named a couple of nice professors on here. So just hope that you get them, because the classes are usually split into two, and then if you get the other side.
And if you don't, I pray for you.
Sorry.
I pray for you.
Apologies in advance.
Yeah.
The experience is not the same.
No.
It's more bitter on the other side. Trust me.
Yeah, you're talking to the two people who are laughing that we had the good experience and that our marks came on time and things. And that we had easy assignments and amazing professors.
Yeah, so but
meanwhile,
on the other side, man,
wow.
The other side was
couldn't be me. Could not be me.
I'm happy to have been on the other side.
Yeah.
But anyways, okay, so I was going to ask if you've seen or had any challenges along the way. So from coming from Leeds, starting your NCA journey, did you have any challenges with the NCA? And then coming into like the GPLLM? Obviously there has to be some challenges in there.
Very challenges.
Yeah.
The NCA.
Okay, what are your NCA challenges? I mean, I know one of it.
I worked for so long to get a transcript.
From Leeds.
From Leeds. Ella knows this experience well because I was probably one of the only people in our whole program. It took them 5 months.
5 months in general?
5 months.
To get your transcripts from
one piece of paper.
From Leeds to Canada, because they were moving it in the snail mail. Who still uses
one piece of
mail?
So first off, I ordered a transcript.
Yeah.
Heard nothing. Followed up with emails. Heard nothing. Then I sent an email every single day saying what's going on. And then they sent something. And they said, oh, we sent it. And then I get a call from UofT and they say, this is not a transcript.
Oh.
Like, you've sent the wrong document. And then so I had to reach back out to Leeds. And then that took another 4 weeks. And it's like, okay. So that was challenge number one. And then challenge number two is the NCAs in themselves.
Yeah.
I went to, I want to think, 5 or 6 NCA talks, thinking that I would get tips and tricks. I saw the same PowerPoint presentation 6 times.
Tips and tricks?
I saw the same PowerPoint presentation 6 times. 6 times. And every single time I bamboozled myself thinking that they were going to tell me something I needed to know. No. And then if you think that the NCA is going to do anything on your timeline, you are mistaken.
Joking. Yeah.
You are dreaming.
Joke's on you.
Yeah. They are going to respond to you when they feel like it.
When they feel like it.
And if you think that there's going to be any similarity between one experience to the other, even if you went to the same school, no.
No, it's going to be. Even if it's the same person replying your email, it's going to be different. And if you follow up, if they haven't responded to you and then you follow up again, that follow-up gets sent to the bottom of the list. So it's better just to create a different email and like follow up with the NCA. I don't know.
That's actually smart.
That was, I mean, from one of the talks, that was what I learned.
Yeah.
Because there was an NCA executive that spoke to the people in the program a couple of months ago, and I was like, I've been waiting for 2 months to hear back from you guys to confirm my course, and they're like, yeah, so just like, we're sorry about that, but just send a fresh new email, because like everything else will go to the bottom of the pile. So.
What I will say though, at the beginning, the NCA was very challenging, but afterwards, I probably, every single time I emailed them, I heard like a day later.
That's good.
They liked me. They liked me over there.
That's good.
And they never gave me any troubles after that. But the beginning,
hell. Like, who's this guy? He's trying to become a lawyer in Canada.
No. They do not make it easy for you.
No. Okay, that's good. And Leeds do better. Start doing e-transcripts, because there's no...
I know.
Like,
who doesn't do e-transcripts?
Why are you in 2026 and you're sending things overseas on, I don't know
paper.
If they use air or land or sea. No, you can use land or sea. Anyways, moving on. So I know that you are working to an extent full-time whilst in the GPLM program.
Yeah.
How were you able to balance both work and school at the same time? Did you have any systems set in place to help yourself through that process?
So for me, what I realized is the GPLLM is a lot of do it on your own time. In the sense of, we have classes on weekends. So... when do we have it? Fridays?
Fridays, Saturdays,
yeah, but like
sometimes
Fridays,
Sundays.
Yeah, Fridays from 4 to 9, and then Saturdays and Sundays.
Yeah.
So really the only time that really gets affected if you're working a true 9 to 5 or you're working at the same time is sort of that last hour on Fridays.
4 p.m. to 5 p.m., yeah.
So in terms of actual work, it's manageable, and if you're someone who can do it, because as much as the GPLM is a lot of work, there's not a ton of assignments.
Yeah, no.
So it's
She's
not
just readings.
Yeah, it's a lot of readings. It's a lot of on your own time. So I found that I was able to manage the work in my own sort of time. Like I'd get home and I'd say, okay, I'm gonna read 12 chapters, or I'm gonna do this article today. And so I would, like at night, I'd sit in bed and I'd be like, okay, I'm with my laptop, I'm making some notes, and I'm doing the reading.
Okay.
So you sort of find pockets of time where you can manage, but I would also say it's not a crazy amount that you have to manage. So for me, I found it very manageable.
Okay, that's good. And then we're coming towards the end of these questions. I have about 4 more questions to ask before I let you go. If
I can go home.
Yes, then you can go home. I can release you to your summer life and freedom from the GPLLM before exams. And so what advice would you have for someone who might be wanting to take a similar path as yours? So is there anything that you wish you had known maybe like years before even going into Leeds, looking in hindsight, that you wish someone might have told you that might have made your journey easier?
Plan everything ahead. Know the next step before you take the first one.
I like that.
So in the sense of when it comes to like the NCA process and the GPLLM, know what they need before they ask for it.
Yeah.
And know what is required of you before you even begin the journey. Because you will have such an easier time if you know what you need to bring to the table. And then before they even ask for it, you say, hey, here, I have it for you. You don't need to ask me for it. It's done. Take it. Get out of my life. Go away.
Yeah.
Here's everything you need to know. And in the sense of, if you want to follow my journey, what I would say is apply to Canadian law schools. Don't rescind your applications. Wait to hear. Wait to hear. Just wait to hear.
Okay.
In the sense of, I'm sure you've talked about this on your channel. It is a much harder time.
Oh yeah. Getting back in.
Yeah, getting back in.
Oh, it's hard.
And I'm sure you've touched on it before.
It's hard, yeah, it's hard.
It's a much harder time getting back in.
And we are from common law jurisdictions. It's even worse for those from civil jurisdictions. Like theirs is even like worse than us. But.
And what I will say, not to crush anyone's hopes and dreams, it's not impossible.
Oh yeah.
It's not impossible. People do it. There are amazing people who come back and have amazing jobs and work their butts off and they make it in their life. But it's not easy. You claw and scrape for everything, and it is a fierce battle sometimes. And if you are up for it, I'd say it's a great experience.
Yes.
Living in Europe is an amazing time. Getting an education in one of the best educated places in the world is second to none.
Their rankings are higher than Canadian universities anyways in the UK. So
second to none. But you need to know that coming back is not going to be easy.
Exactly.
And there is going to be a presumption that you are going to have to rebut every single time you talk to a lawyer, and every single time you have to apply for a job. You need to explain why. A, you didn't go to a Canadian law school, and B, why you are then better than someone who did go to a Canadian law school, who they would be familiar with their journey.
Yeah.
So why should I hire you, who I don't know anything about your education, and I don't know where you come from, or I'm an alumni of some law school, and I know exactly who you are, and I know your exact journey.
Yeah.
So there's a presumption that you will have to fight against.
Yeah.
It's not impossible, but it's there, and it's a real bias, and it does exist, and it's just something to be aware of.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with you. My favorite thing that you said was know before you take the first step, know what's going to happen next. And this is very good advice because, for example, there are people in this program that are doing the 2-year virtual law degrees in the UK alongside the GPLLM, but you don't know that, some people don't know that the NCA requires 2 years of in-person law degree. So if you finish your 2-year virtual degree, you go to the NCA, they're like, well, you still have to do 2 years of in-person law degree, so they are here doing 2 masters now. So, but before I went to school in the UK, before settling in, I was emailing the NCA like a year plus in advance to be like, this is what I'm thinking of doing, like, let me know, is it a good choice? And everything was like, they didn't give me like a full okay, but it was, this is our website, go through it, whatever is there. The universities that are there are the ones that we accept. And Birmingham was there, I was like, okay, let me go through this process. But you have to be intentional and plan everything ahead, like Sam has said.
And what I will say also is, from people we know, there are people who did law degrees virtually, and the NCA basically says to you, go back to law school.
Yeah.
like sorry,
Yeah.
we can't help you.
We can't help you. Yeah.
So it's really, like Ella was saying, like it's really important
Mm-hmm.
to know ahead of time, because if you thought you were gonna go do a virtual law degree and come back and everything was gonna be a-okay,
No. You're gonna spend more money.
They're not gonna help you.
Yeah, you're gonna spend more money, and the policies change every time, so you have to be current with the times and what is changing. Just surround yourself with the right people and always be current, because don't work on what was happening in 2025. 2026 things have changed, which is this video is being shot in 2026 in June as well. All right, Sam, I just have 2 more questions, and now being an international student in the UK, and obviously that was expensive because we're doing in Great British pounds.
Yep.
And being in UofT is also equally expensive. Would you say that studying in Canada or in the UK, like which one in terms of cost, or are they both crazy money?
So what I will say is the unfortunate timing of me and Ella going to the UK, the conversion rate wasn't the best.
No.
It was like, at times it was 1.8 to 1.7.
Freaking two.
So I think we got unlucky, a little bit unlucky.
Yeah.
So what I will say is, probably if you're gonna do it,
Mm-hmm.
good luck to you that the conversion rate is at the right time and
Mm-hmm.
you don't get absolutely screwed.
Yeah.
But I would say England is worth it
Mm-hmm.
if you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
And the GPLM, like I said before, bang for your buck is not as worth it if you're expecting some amazing JD experience.
Yeah, obviously.
Because that's not what they're selling. You need to know the product they're selling,
Yeah.
and it's not that. What
Yeah.
they're selling is a UofT Masters, which fulfills your NCA requirements, and
Mm-hmm.
nothing more.
Mm-hmm. And the connections you get from it, I
Yes.
guess. From
And the alumni
school.
portal
Yeah.
and everything, which those things, arguably,
Though they're worth it.
they are worth it.
They are. Like,
the counseling, the careers people,
Mm-hmm.
the alumni network, all those things, I'll pay for the 35 for that.
yeah.
Those
Yeah.
things, I'll pay $35,000 for,
Yeah.
because those are the things that UofT really does amazingly, and
Yeah.
I can't back it enough
Mm-hmm.
of saying those are the things that you really should hold on to.
I agree. And like sometimes the nice lunches that we get.
Oh my god!
Let me not start.
I was gonna say, I don't think I've eaten lunch here
No.
since first semester.
Why?
I think I've had like 3 lunches here.
There was a nice one to send us off yesterday. Yesterday's chicken was good. The dinner.
Yeah, that was the last. That was actually the last meal I've had that I remember having.
Okay.
Ella knows that there's one meal, rice noodles.
Cold noodles.
Cold
You're
noodles.
gonna, yeah, I always talk about it on this channel.
I would.
Never.
Everyone knows, because everyone knows that the second I would see that table, I walked out the room.
Like people just go out, people just walk away, and
Yeah.
and they keep repeating. I'm like, we don't like this stuff. Anyways, we're done. It's for the future future people. Your cold noodles will be
Yeah.
waiting for you. Anyways, my last question for Sam is: I usually ask my guests if they have any questions for me. If you do, you get the opportunity to ask me just one question. If you have one.
You excited to go to class in like 20 minutes?
My class is in 1 minute, not 20 minutes. It's 1:59. I'm excited to finish. Yeah.
Yeah, meanwhile, I'm going to go home.
Is that your question for me?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good short one. Well, thank you. I thought you were going to stress my brain at this point.
No.
Okay.
My question is,
I am
how
excited.
jealous are you that I'm going home and I'm done and you're about to go sit in a 4-hour class?
I am very, very jealous of you at this point for finishing, but I'll be joining you in 4 hours.
This
I'll
is
be
true.
done in 4
This
hours.
is very true.
And it's summertime, and we're going to be outside. Well, I'll be inside for exams, but after exams, we'll be outside, which will be fine. But thank you so much, Sam,
My
for
pleasure.
spending your almost an hour with me on this video
it's never
today.
enough.
Thank
More
you.
time.
Thank you for sharing your experiences as well. Tell my audience to like, share, and subscribe.
Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell.
Thank you.
Do all the things.
Yes.
Follow on all the platforms.
Yes. And if you have any questions, leave your comments in the comment section, or just thank Sam for coming along and sharing his experiences.
No, thank Ella.
with us
Thank you
today.
guys. Thank everyone.
Thank you. All right. Have a good one, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.